All right, Taylor, let's check out some of your first run up at Okemo GS. We'll watch it in regular speed, then slow it down.
Not bad. Anything changed down there?
Not one bit. The one comment I'd add though is the track is in great shape and it's very grippable as well.
Same down at the bottom.
Kelsey's into fifth place. Huh? Kelsey went into fifth.
All right, we'll check it out a little slower here. You know, the hill was steep and icy. We know that. At least steep up here where you are. Yeah, you did a good job. You know, ideally, if we can carve a little more at the top of the turn, but I know that's hard. Yeah, a couple things we need to try to work on. I know we talked about it last weekend, free skiing, and we need to learn how to edge the skis, starting with the ankles and knees first, and then move the hip in inside the turn once the speed warrants it. And we talked about how just dumping the hip in, which causes a lot of counter rotation, doesn't allow us to properly really push on the outside ski. So we can't pressure the outside ski properly. So this is a good example right here of dumping the hip in. You come through here and just dump the hip in, causes excessive counter rotation, and it's really hard to pressure the outside ski. So you try to work on, you know, basically edging the skis from the snow up, ankles, knees, you know, and then hips. So, you know, coming through here, again, a little, you know, obviously you can see it leaning in, kind of falling to the inside. You know, it could start from dumping the hip in, which is hard to pressure the outside ski. You know, we just really got to stand on the outside ski. I mean, that's the bottom line. We have to really, you got to produce a edge angle and then press hard against it. And here you kind of came in and set yourself up. I mean, you got outside rise line. It looks like you're going to bring shape back, but then all of a sudden you're just sliding away. So we just got to really stand hard on that outside ski and press really hard. Again, here's a little bit of that counter we're seeing, which is tough to pressure that outside ski properly because you're just sort of dumping the hip in. You know, something we've talked about, kind of start the turn a little divergence there, so we know there's weight on the inside ski. We got to, our first move has got to be, as we just said, roll up the skis using ankles and knees, establish a high edge angle platform to then really push against with the outside leg. And that never really materializes, so we're just sort of sliding away down here. Okay, we kind of see that, you know, a lot of counter. Good looking turn there, though, right there. You know, one thing here, you kind of picked up the inside ski and dropped it right into, you know, divergence where you got, you know, one going here and one going there, and roll them up on edge, both at the same time, little toe down on the inside, big toe on the outside, and commit to the outside ski. Here we came in. This turn we needed to have, oops. Come on, a little break over here. We had to get outside rise line, bring shape back, and really press coming over this knoll. And, you know, what would have helped, obviously we're, you know, leaning in the back seat and just sort of skid down this knoll. Drive that hand forward. I mean, right now, wipe the counter, move that arm this arm right here, just move that forward. So we're trying to get forward. You know, anytime the hill falls away from us, going to a breakover, we got to move forward with it. Otherwise, the hill just falls away from us, and we're in the back seat. And that's what happened here. Hill just fell away, and you're in the back seat. And obviously, there's, you know, a late and low line and slow line. You know, kind of the same story. You can see the divergence happening there, and we mentioned that in your free scan the other day when I followed you down, and we saw it primarily on left footers, and there's the left footer, just not really committed to the outside ski. Both those skis are relatively flat, well, particularly inside one, it's under you. So we got to roll them both up, as we just talked about. If you roll up the inside ski at the same time on a high edge angle platform, you can't really diverge because it's up on edge. Here it's flat under you, so it's sort of twisting under you. It's sort of like a little crutch. Got to get the feet out from underneath us, but the only way to get the feet out from underneath us is to roll the inside one up on edge. We cannot move this hip to the inside well when this ski is flat under us. It's kind of impossible. So, you know, we need to roll them both up, but your inside foot, think little toe down, outside big toe down. Roll them both up, high edge angle platform, and then push hard on the outside ski. You got to be, you know, basically you got to have confidence in yourself and your skis that this turn, like this turn right here, would come around. But, you know, there's no bend in the outside ski, really not much weight there. And you just sort of skidding along on the inside one, steering the turn around, kind of feathering around under you. Yeah, you can do it. I've seen you do it. Again, just need to work on, you can see already here, kind of just dumping the hip in with the excessive counter rotation going this way. Really the most we should ever, where we face, you know, is our outside tip maybe, but man, you know, more in the direction of travel and our skis. Work on those drills that we were doing the other day, and particularly for you, also just lifting up the inside ski. We got to be balanced over the outside ski. So we really got to be able to do lots of turns, taking up the inside ski throughout the entire turn. Gives you immediate feedback. If you fall to the inside, you're putting it down, and I usually see that, you know, with you. So we got to get over the outside ski, and we got to be balanced over it. Let's work on that, and that should help.